Golden Jubilee celebration. So good to see you, Diana Hopeson. It's been quite a while.
Yes.
You look amazing. I can't believe you're 50, you say?
Yes, I am.
She hasn't changed.
Unbelievable. God has kept you well, eh?
Yes, and you too.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So what have you been up to? I mean, last time I remember active, seeing you out there was when you were the president of Musica.
Yes.
Just holding onto the affairs there.
That's right.
And then for me, it's like you just went
after
silent.
I trained in intellectual property. Then I went to I did the Bible school training.
Okay.
I was a missionary already, but I still did Bible school training. And then I started a music publishing company. And then I went to do my master's in counseling.
Quick.
Because
she's loaded. So much, loaded. In counseling.
Dr. Hopeson and I founded the Center for Peace and Reconciliation. And, counseling is not something you just put the word counseling on you. You need to be trained for it.
That is true.
So I went to do that, and still being in the industry. I mean, I'm the second vice of Gamro. So, but now I'm happy. I'm happy to have a lot of things to do direct on stage.
Right.
And I want to say thank you to Jeanette Services for make me a frontliner for Sunday's Women in Worship show.
Yes, we heard about that. I saw videos, pictures.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And together with Helena Rabos, Mary Gansa,
she brought all the squad. I like that.
Yeah,
from way back when.
That was on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. I mean, 12 of us. And yesterday was powerful. Sunday was powerful. I want to thank everybody, especially those who were able to come, or not because of COVID, but still the room was packed. And the power of God was so strong there. And I can't wait for next week, I'm jumping ahead of it.
You have something lined up.
Yeah, because next week Sunday, Helena Rabos is coming. Stella Dugan is coming.
Whoa.
Mary Gansa is coming.
Whoa!
Sister Bernice is coming for the album launch. And I'm just excited.
Okay, I mean, before we talk about the present, let's go a little, back in time, and have a little chat. Because some of us grew up on listening to you, enjoying your music, playing it on radio, and in fact, children of today, they don't even understand why we love you so much. No, it's true. Like when it came to gospel music, you were one of the names that always came up.
Yes, those were the Akiumi days. I mean, he did a great job, though he was a broken vessel by saying that he had an ailment. But he made the best of what he loved to do. And though, yes, it was an abusive relationship because of that, I would say that his zeal and his enthusiasm took me far, though it was very, very hard. So by the age of 27, we had to be separated. I mean,
okay, so you're speaking as if some people already know your story. There are people who have no clue who you're talking about.
So then Hopeson started off at 21. The husband was 22. 23.
Right.
We were the youngest Assemblies of God couple.
Wow.
In fact, we were the couple to get the first mobile phone.
Oh, really?
the big one.
Wow.
And thanks to the Cruising Company, they donated that.
Right.
I mean, in those days, we had national events. The National Theatre was our biggest. Conference Center was not doing concerts in those days. It was just the National Theatre and then open air.
Right.
We used to call it Gospel Rock Show.
Gospel Rock
and
shows.
At Circle, Charlie, I'm remembering those days. And it was just beautiful. It was, we just loved. I would say most of the women who came in were full-time ministers. But in Ghana, women in ministry was a bit less. You wouldn't find a woman who's a pastor in those days.
Right.
So most of us were into music, and our husbands were pastors, and they were managing us, in quotes.
Yes.
And so we went far. There was only GBC. So if you appear on TV, it's like everybody knows you. And so we were going places. There were a few regional shows as well. So we just kept meeting because we were not many. So, for instance, if there's a show and I know Mary Gansa is coming, I have no problem. I don't have to bring instrumentalists because people will back me up.
Interesting.
They know the songs.
Okay.
So there was that fraternity, and it was cassette. You know, the people who went to Nigeria came with a lot of cassette, the tape.
Yeah, the tape.
So, I mean, people bought, and actually we sold in those days.
Made a lot of money.
I tell you, between 1993, 1994, my albums, I sell 10,000 a month.
What?
Wow.
That's the
and in those days, when like they didn't even have all these platforms,
no.
How are you selling? So literally in the streets?
Yeah. The distributors from the whole region, they come, they buy from Despite, they buy from You Name It, they buy from Christian Music, and they take it
10,000
a month, and it was selling. I mean, plus concerts and stuff. So I remember there was a particular month I only stayed 5 days on my own bed.
Wow.
From one place to the other. At that time, I was dreaming I need to have a plane because you'll be in Tamale, and 2 days after you have to be in the Volta region, and then you have to be in Takoradi.
Right.
And it was too tight.
Yeah.
And but then, like I said, he had this mental issue, so there were times that it was quite hard.
As in your husband?
My husband, but he was my manager, so
okay.
I was only just preparing myself, singing, and I left everything. He would do everything.
Right.
Then in 97, I was 96. I went to go record this album. Amazingly, this particular album.
Okay.
I did it in Holland because in 95 we started touring Europe.
Right.
And so in 96 I went back to record this album with Sloopy McGimfey. And then by
he's
the time,
passed, right?
No, he's alive.
Is he still around?
He's a chief now.
I'm confusing him with someone else.
With someone else.
Yeah, probably.
He's a chief at the Inum area, actually. Because of the chieftaincy, he's looking in Anaso now.
Okay. Interesting.
So I came back, and then it was all about Diana is having affairs, blah, 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 PMP. For like 3 months, I was front page. And so the whole thing came, it was like, wow. So it was not easy. I just had to stay put. I just told myself, well, God knows my heart. And let me start all over again. I remember there were times hard, though. Very hard. There were days I'm going to sleep and it's like, oh, the Lord should take me. I mean, I've roamed. The Billy Graham Evangelistic Ministry wrote to me recommending my songs. I was interviewed on BBC featuring music from Africa. A 45 minutes interview. I mean, and
you're done all.
Yes, it's like, what else is there to do? And with this, and you see, the person is alive. You have to forgive him, and you have to. It's like, but I can tell he's dying from my life, and I was not ready for that. What I know is for better, for worse, in quotes, and living happily ever after. And we both loved the Lord, and yet we never sought for medical assistance till it was too late. We didn't have this knowledge now about mental ailment, that it is like malaria or any other disease.
Right.
It can be handled well. It can be handled right.
Right.
So,
but what exactly was his ailment?
He was bipolar. Yeah, and I mean there are different stages.
Right.
Yeah, different stages. So it's okay. I mean, it's when he gets angry that the anger is extreme. So he would do things, and you would be surprised if it's the same person.
You're interacting with,
yeah. So that was the issue. So as for the beatings there, I chop beats. And I don't want to get him angry. So at a point now when I'll talk to him, I'll have to stand far away and be very careful with the choice of words I will use, because I don't want to spark him up. So when we go, in those days when we go, I won't talk because I don't want to spark him up.
Right.
But he loved me so much. But then at a point when I got the medication for him, then it turned the other way around. He said I wanted to kill him.
Oh, how?
So then I became the object of his anger and everything. And that was how come I had to separate, because he was now saying that he would kill me and kill himself. Yes.
Wow.
So when those things started coming in for my own safety, I got so scared. In fact, if I'm in a room, I will have to lock it. Anywhere I am, I will want to know who is coming before, because I got so scared. So for my own safety and health, there had to be separation. And then he rather said, I have left him. When you
were scared for your life, literally.
And I still loved him because he's my husband. So then I had to mourn him like the person is alive, but I have to live as if he's dead for my life.
For you to be able to move on.
For me to be able to move on. Because it was painful. When I hear his voice, my heart just jumps, and it's like the heart wants to
come out of your chest.
And it's painful. I had to cry. I said, God, heal my heart. Help me to forgive him. And the Lord heard me. The day I was able to forgive him. And at that time, I still didn't know. I didn't have the knowledge I had today.
Right. So you didn't know what was wrong with him?
Though I knew I still couldn't comprehend and put it together, because it was difficult for me to understand the whole thing. So it was later, as I studied counseling, I studied stuff, that I realized that, okay, so this is how he feels, and that's how he behaves that way. And I but thank God, because today I'm a better person. And after 10 years, so there was this whole 10 years that I was a single parent.
Wow.
And I didn't stop. I went back to the School of Performing Arts. After School of Performing Arts, I went to Youth with a Mission, stayed as a missionary for, I think, 6 years.
Wow.
Then the same song you're playing, the Abemwiri, when it came out, Dr. Hopeson was in Lome then.
Okay.
And he heard the song. So he was inaugurating his own ministry.
Right.
And he felt he was going to invite that person
to come. And the rest is history.
Even at that time when he invited me, that was it. He was also busy somewhere then. After that meet-up, I didn't see him for 10 solid years.
Oh, wow.
Because I brought the album out, and then the separation, the whole thing happened.
Right.
So I didn't see him for 10 years.
Wow.
Then he came back to Ghana again. And
is your ex-husband still alive?
No, he passed.
He passed.
Yeah, he passed, I think, 12 years ago. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that must have been hard, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, also because obviously you found yourself in the Christian community.
Yes. So a lot of
judgments.
Say it again, triple, quadruple, and I know some people still don't understand, and they still, some people still blame me and stuff. Yeah.
Blame you?
Oh, I mean, if you don't know.
Yeah, but have you ever told your story?
Yes, I've tried to. Like on my website, I put the whole story there, because I realized that if I don't tell my story, people would not know. Yeah. So my autobiography will be launched in October.
Can't wait to read that. Can't wait to read that.
And apart from that, I realized that a lot of people want to be in the industry. They see the stardom, they see the fame, and they're excited. But it takes a lot of sacrifice, dedication, hard work. And in our space, the people, most of us we are very opinionated, we are very emotional, and so our life is such that, and when people are resting, that's when we work, and so our life, the timetable of our life is a bit odd,
right?
And that's how come most relationships suffer a lot if your person is in entertainment,
right? It's true,
because our schedule is so tight and our emotions are very delicate. Because whether you're happy or not, when it's time for you to be in front of them, you have to be there.
Happy, yeah.
And so most of the time it makes you push away your real life, the real issues. So after you finish satisfying the work, everything, now you come to yourself, the real issues now creep up. Then it puts you in another zone. Then the next moment you have to be out again. And that is why psychologists are important in the life of every creative person. So if you're a creative person, make sure you have someone, you have a qualified counselor who will help you first to know who you are, know yourself, and then appreciate the industry you have gone into, and then know how to live your life. Because if you go career, and you neglect all your relationships, you would miss that aspect of your life. And life is supposed to be complete. So you need to find that balance. And it's difficult to figure it out yourself. That's why you need somebody, you need a second eye who can
guide
see
you
and to just guide you, so you don't make those mistakes. So for my research in the university, I did the performing artist, the counseling aspect of a performing artist.
Right.
And it's the research I did, it was amazing. Look at people like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Kiki Jan, Fela. I mean, these are great talents. But if you study their lifestyle and what happened, you can tell that it could have been better.
Could have been better.
They could have been alive today. But you can tell abuse, you can tell habits that were not too good, low self-esteem, all these things come across. And if you are not able to handle it well, you find yourself.
And now, even more importantly, so because of social media, people are so unforgiving, people are so insensitive. I feel like they judge a lot of these personalities very unfairly, So even more so now than before,
And people, we are quick to say what we see than to think about what is happening behind, because you don't see that one, and you don't know that one. So please be a little bit patient with us, because we are just human like you. It's just that the career we have taken has a path that makes you lift us up no matter what. Because when an artist sings and your spirit is lifted up, you can't help it but to think that this person is dynamic, so that mind of that person, you even think the person never sins, like doesn't even eat. I remember one day I bought my cocoa and Katia was eating, so I said, hey Dana, kill me to the cocoa.
Really? Yeah, I understand.
One day I remember when I was doing my masters, I needed to go to the bathroom. And I got to the entrance and people, it's like they wanted to, and I was,
you really had to go. And
my lectures were also going on. I can't stand it. But I had to be patient a little and then tell them, excuse me,
Wow. It's obviously been an interesting journey. Your story has been inspirational. And now you're celebrating your Golden Jubilee. So how is this celebration going to go?
Okay, so from now for the whole year, I outlined things because I was still working. You remember, from 2015, I started recording. 2016, I started recording singles again.
Right.
Because for a long time, it's like, when I finish administrative, so I was not going to the studio, and the inspirations come. So 2016, I realized that no, the days won't stop for me. So when the inspiration and the new song come, I should just go to the studio and record it. And I started. So I announced the comeback. That was 2016. I did Aseda with Mochame Kwame, and my biological son did the beautiful video for us.
Oh, he's the one who did it?
Yes.
I did not know this.
The product of Nafti is in Germany now.
Nice.
He'll come soon. I can't wait.
That's great.
And after I wanted to, then the admission for my master's came. So I had to slow down, put that on. And that is one challenge for artists. Life has other things it offers. So there are times you should know when you should put a hold on your career, especially when you have a baby.
Right.
Don't push through the career with the baby, because the baby, after 3-4 years, by 5 years, is going to school. And if you don't build those connection with the child, I mean, if you are still active in ministry, you lose some aspect of the childhood life of your children. As a mother, you may lose some of those things.
Right.
For my sake, at this time, it was education. And so I put on hold, not completely, because whilst I was in school, if I get the inspiration, I still will go and record. So I continued. So by December 2016, I even brought out 2 Christmas carols in my own different style. Then I continued going to studio one after the other. And so I have the album ready, and it will be launched on Sunday.
This very Sunday.
This very Sunday.
Amazing.
At 4 p.m.
Amazing.
At Megland Hotel in Adenta.
Okay.
Exactly on the Pantang Junction. You won't miss it.
Megland Hotel.
Megland. Well, the name will change soon.
Okay.
So
that's great. So this new album, how many songs are on it?
8 tracks.
Nice.
But I have 2 Christmas carols on it.
Okay.
I mean, Oh Holy Night in Adowa Vale. And Silent Night in Ever.
Amazing. No, that's super. Listen, usually during Christmas, radio stations are looking for local songs to play. So,
right. So I have 2 of that for you. And then I have Asida. Asida was a song that it was like a Thanksgiving song. I was excited. I wanted to share my story, sort of song. And so Well, I'm sure you will play it, so I won't talk much about it. Then I also have 2 wonderful worship medleys. The first one featured Eugene Zuta.
Okay.
It's Wenyu Nyam.
Nice.
I just love it. And the second one featured Neo Kai, Pastor Helen Yosin, and Nyam and the LIC choir.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And I also have a hymn that that morning, it's amazing. I was so down, but then I had to go with Dr. Hopeson to do a presentation. And I was wondering how I could handle my emotions, women, when we get to that area and everything. And yet I had to, because unfortunately, driver was not available. His second in command was also not available. And our administrator too was not available. So I had to be there. So as we sat in the car, in the traffic from East Legon coming to ministries, it just bubbled up from my heart. I started singing Rock of Ages. But I realized that the tune was not the normal one that we knew.
Yeah.
And Doctor started singing with me. So then that told me that it's a good song.
Wow. Can't wait to hear that one.
After the program, I just called the engineer and they sang. Now it's easy to record.
Yes. Yeah.
You can just
Voice
sing
notes.
do send a voice note, the studio, they can start working. And that was how that song came. But it's fresh on this one. I will redo it because this one, it came and I just did it raw.
Right.
So I will do it very soon. But
Nice.
you would love this one too.
Okay.
Then I have another track. How many of them?
You've
Joy, your name is great. This track too, I was excited because I've started recording. And I have this son, I call him a prodigal son. He's Emmanuel. He's crazy with the keyboard. And he was playing. And as he was playing, it just caught my spirit. So then I started singing and the chorus came.
Wow.
And I said, this one I'll build it because anytime I sing it, I get excited.
It's great.
The chorus says, your name is great. Your name is great. Your name is great. Oh, your name is great. Greater than any other name. Your name is great. Greater than any other name. Hey, hey.
Wow. Can't wait to hear this. Okay, great. So 8 songs on your album. You're launching it this Sunday.
Yes.
What time? And is it open to everybody?
It's open to everybody.
Okay.
Of course, we'll observe protocol for COVID, so come early. But this time, it's going to be a digital album. Okay. So you're not going to go away with a CD or a pen drive.
Okay.
So please, come with a smartphone. Okay. If your smartphone, you have too many pictures, please delete them. Make space.
Nice one.
Because if you come and you want the video too, we can download it for you.
Okay.
And we started, in fact, Aftown is my major, they are my distributors.
Nice.
For Ghana, Aftown complete. So if you think you will find CD, hard copy somewhere, I'm sorry.
It's not gonna
we
happen.
are in a virtual world now, technology.
Sure.
Even the old ladies are no more using YAM. So Aftown is going to have a stand and he's going to load it for you.
Nice one.
But then, of course, the stage will be set and there'll be performances. In fact, we launched a competition and people have started learning the song.
Nice.
The winners will come and present some of the tracks and I'll also do some for you. Yes.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So then after the launch, like there's a whole year.
There's a whole year. So in April, in October, I will do the autobiography launch.
Nice.
That's a book.
Right.
Then in November, I started a publishing company. So we have a lot of artists. So we release our first mixed folio. Wow. A mixed folio is sheet music. So you have like one song from Joe Metal, sheet music, one song from me, one song from Mary Gansa and Preachers and some of the artists, and it's printed in the book.
Right.
So that the schools, the music schools, the orchestras can pick it up and learn.
Nice.
And we'll put it online so that internationally people can now learn local songs and have it. Right.
That's amazing.
Then in December, there will be a Christmas pageant.
Hey.
I tell you.
Christmas pageant.
Yes.
Please,
we're going to have carols and the drama, the nativity acted.
Nice.
Amazingly.
Okay.
Then in January, we'll have a feast. Epiphany. In February, we're going to have Valentine's special Citi. This time, you better come with with me. I mean, for a Valentine's special.
Yeah. Nice.
So that one will happen. So Citi.
Don't worry. You have nothing
then
to worry about.
In March, we'll have Ghana month.
Okay.
So it will be my colleagues, but we will do songs. How do I call it? It's Ghanaian music, live performances.
Okay.
And in April, we'll do a special Easter program. It will be about the crucifixion. There'll be a little of acting as well.
Right.
Then, very much April. May. May we'll have another folio lunch. Because usually, let me use this to educate. When you have an album for copyright, 15 songs.
Right.
You can record it, like register it as one. When it's more than 15, you have to package it and register it again.
Oh, I see.
So we'll do the first 15 and then release another one.
Nice.
And then in June, we'll have another concert. But in July, we'll crown it all with Women in Creative Industry Honors.
Wow.
When I was finishing Musica, that was the very last event I did.
Right.
I felt the women in the industry needed some kind of honorary award because when you look at our field, you see that the men dominate, and yet the women work so hard.
True.
But then we still are very little. So I felt from the field of drama, film, books, music, and fine art,
Right.
the Ghanaian women who has done great things need to be applauded. So we would have that, and then every month so this month we've had one. I'm organizing music industry seminars.
Okay.
And it's on Zoom. So next month, 15th of October, we'll have the second edition.
Nice.
And every month there's one till August 2021.
Wow. So you have a full lineup. That's great. If people want information, do you have like a website, maybe a number?
Yes, Hopeson, GH Music Publishing. You can I have a number. But you see...
Okay, whilst you look for the number, let me just quickly, Mr. May says a kind of gospel song Citi is playing. Anyway, Diana Hopeson's songs are still great. Diana Hopeson makes a great conversation. Her Diana Kumi days were lovely. I do hope and pray that her style of music would meet the current times pleasurably and also meet spiritual needs. Boomer says, I love Mrs. Hopeson for a particular track called Otim Hoda. Yeah. And you say thank you. Great. So you got the number?
Yes, I got the number. It's 054 759 1361. 054 759 1361.
Great.
Yes.
So people can call for more information.
From anywhere for more information.
Great.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Like, I've loved you since I was a child.
Samens in the house.
Samens is in Kumasi, I believe. But yes, he listens to us wherever he is. So thank you so much. It was great catching up, and we do wish you the best with your launch. We'll be there to support you.
Can't wait to receive you.
Yes,
you're coming to MC then.
I should come to MC this Sunday. I hear you. No problem. No problem. Thank you so much. That was Diana Hopeson. Lots of us know her as Dinah